Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Rob from Smirking Gun Reviews. And despite my not making a video last week for Legion, this is the Season 2 finale review. I just got over a couple of minutes ago. So full spoilers though, so if you haven't seen the episode, I recommend you taking off and watching it. After last week, I did make a video. I didn't make a video because, quite honestly, I love this show. The first season is one of the best first seasons of a television show I've ever seen. And this second season started out so strong. But there was some stuff there near the end that I don't know. I wasn't feeling it. The best thing I could say about the last episode for me personally is that we finally got to see David with the big ass, crazy hair. Now, the episode last week was like all the episodes, really well made, really well acted. I just, for some reason, didn't really feel, I don't like the direction the show's going. And so when this finale was coming up, I was just like, look, almost... For those of you who do view this review for Legion, these reviews for Legion, thank you for all the support on that. But there's really not a lot of you watching. So my motivation last week when I wasn't enjoying the episode that much, I just didn't feel like making the video because I was like, well, let's see, I'm going to bitch and complain and no one's going to even watch it anyway. So when it came to this episode, I wasn't even sure I was going to do one for this, but... Pardon me. Damn. I feel like I need to. Now that it's the finale, at least. This was a good episode, and I had some major conflicts going into this throughout the episode, how I felt. And how I feel now that it's over. We have to wait at least a year, right, before it comes back for Season 3. It was confirmed, if you don't know that already. But, I have come to the conclusion that I'm going to Walter White Breaking Bad the shit out of the rest of this show. So they've got David, who, like, in these reviews, I'd like to, congratulate him on calling it that they've made him the villain. I didn't like that idea. I was hoping that wasn't the way it was going to go. But I believe, though, by the end of this episode, if that's the direction that they're going, and I'm sure that there probably will be some sort of redemption kind of storyline going forward at some point. As of right now, I'm going to take the Breaking Bad route and just go, you know what? David's bad? Fine. I am on board with whatever direction David goes in. So if he's the hero, great. If he's the villain, great. I'm going to root for David. Anybody who gets in his way can go fuck themselves. Because just like when I was watching Breaking Bad, anybody that got in Walter White's way, I was basically like, I hope they get killed. I don't want anything to stop what this character's journey is. And so right now, I don't want to see anybody stop David from getting to whatever he's going to do. I want to see it all. I want to see the good, the bad, the insane. And so, because I like part of this episode said, and when the chapter 12 part about the trial of Farouk, or the Shadow King, which wasn't the trial of the Shadow King, it was David's little thing, and you could pretty much tell that it was a setup right from the beginning. But the fact that they got Farouk, the Shadow King, free, this monster, and they want to, David does need help. But to free the monster, in case they have to stop him. I don't know. That's pretty much where I went full on, like, fuck these people. I know that their hearts are in the right place. And they are right. David is sick and he is Omega level powerful. But there's just something the way that they've handled this villain turn. And I think even some of the characters like Sydney even admit it, like that you were fed this lie that you weren't sick. So mistakes have been made on all sides here. When she accuses him of enjoying killing people, I don't know if I believe that. There's so much of this show that you don't know if it's how much of it is actually happening, how much of it isn't. How much is it the Shadow King? How much is it David? So for her to say like that he enjoyed killing, and the part where he's torturing Oliver, where I do feel like that was just too much. I feel like that they just put that in there so that they could put that in there to throw evidence at him. I thought it was just a convenient plot point to make it seem like, but David was telling her, I've just been doing what I was supposed to do to stop this. And even she doesn't have much of an argument, Sid. So I feel like there's no like real hero or villain here. I think that David keeps making mistakes because he is sick. He is mentally ill. And that's going to be something, that they're going to have to really go into more in the third season, even harder. Reading so many of the X-Men, Legion stories, especially lately, it's a constant thing of David trying to control his, other personalities and just his powers and his own sanity. It's a never-ending thing. He's never gonna be completely better. But I felt like some of this season with like the Fukuyama stuff and everything, I feel like that really just some of those stories just didn't really go anywhere. They're just these Division 3 thing. I feel like it's just there needs to be more explanation there. There needs to be some explanation of why why we're all listening to this guy with a basket on his goddamn head and these weird men, women, robot things. I wish they would have developed that more. Give us some of that arc there. But they didn't, and it's still a mystery. And that's fine that you can have mysteries here and there, but give us something. Also, so like when you question like what's actually going on in the show sometimes, like that when Lenny takes the shot and hits the bullet that Sid shoots at David. Even I was just kind of like, that's just kind of dumb. The whole hits the bullet and they go flying. It made me go like, well, did that really happen? Did it really happen that way? And if it did, it's just kind of dumb. It's just kind of silly. And this show isn't silly to me ever. It has silly moments, but like things like that just kind of take me out of it a little bit. I feel like the thing at the beginning with Oliver and I can't remember her name, Jean Smart's character. I thought that was interesting, but like, what was the point other than they have a trouble, speaking words, that they're in the ice, right? That they've somewhere their bodies are they're inside their minds, and they're talking about. I guess they're like the exposition. I guess they're kind of playing the previously on Legion role. And while it was kind of funny him messing up his words and stuff, I just didn't really understand like why was this here, other than just to be fancy. Like ooh, it's another different way of doing this. And sometimes, even though I love the way the show is made, sometimes I do feel like it gets a little pretentious, without even trying. So, anyway, I'm not going to keep going on and on about this. I did really like this episode, and I thought that Dan Stevens keeps doing a fantastic acting job. I love that you get to see his alters. Now in the comics, they're usually portrayed by different people that aren't him, but I can understand why they chose to just have the actor play different sides of his personality instead of different people playing different sides of his personality. But it was really cool. I like that. The one version of him always sitting in the egg and the delusion thing. That was also really great that they kept pounding that in, the delusion. How does it start? When did it start for David? But that part where he's like, says like, oh, you little piece of shit. That was just great. Just the delivery. And Dan Stevens really brought it. And one last thing, I guess, is the whole thing at the beginning with the Pink Floyd and both of them singing. You know, Dan and David singing in English, and Farouk singing in his language. I guess maybe Egyptian. And then the whole like kind of crazy mind battle that's going on until the bullet hits the prong was really cool and really well done. And like I said, they always do great beginnings, and this show is really well made. But I am happy that the season is over. And you know, like I need a break from Legion. I need a break to like rewatch the whole season and maybe see a little bit more that maybe I didn't see the first time around. But overall, I think the first season was better just because it was more solid straight through. This season had some bumps later in the season for me, uh, and it made it really hard to make these videos because I I usually know what's going on by the end of the episode. I go aha, but there were just too many moments in this finale in this season where I was just going, oh god, does this mean what I think it means? I don't know, but anyway. Not to be too critical, because dude, I've been buying posters and T-shirts and all sorts of crap, reading all the material just for these videos that not too many people watch. So I need some time away from this show, and I need some time to reflect. So anyway, if you like this video, if you like this show, comment. Tell me what do you like about Legion, and maybe I'm just completely wrong, but this is just my stupid opinion. But if you like this video, please hit the like button. Subscribe. We are almost at 100 subscribers, so and we will be doing another contest to give away at 100 subscribers. But 100 subscribers is like I'm over the moon that I'm almost to 100. Even though 100, like to most YouTube channels, is nothing. It means the world to me. I also want to thank everybody for all the support that I've been getting. Even though like on my small reviewed, videos like this to my bigger viewed episodes of things like Westworld and Handmaid's Tale. Just thank you for all the support. Share this video with your friends if you got people that like Legion or any of the other videos I have. And that's about it. Thanks for sticking with me, those of you that watch these videos for Legion all season. So I really appreciate that. We will be back next year for it. Hopefully I'll have maybe figured out more about what the hell is was really going on in the end of this show, and maybe I can get behind some of the people that really wanted to stop David more than I wanted them to. So this is Rob from Smirking Gun Reviews saying we will see you on the next video.